Hello, unicorns. I'm back. Thank you for being patient during my hiatus over the holidays. And January is always kind of a hard month for me because my mother passed away in January. So I just took some time off and I'm back. And today we're going to be talking about Allure Magazine's top 5 best makeup trends of 2025. So if you want to know what they are or what look I create using them, keep watching. All right, welcome back. So the first thing, this is from Allure magazine. Now, if you like this, drop it in the comments if you end up liking this video, and let me know if you want me to explore other magazines like Cosmo or Vogue, what their top 5 trends are predicted for 2025. But for today, we're just doing Allure's top 5 best makeup trend predictions of 2025. The first thing is a return of berry shades. So when we talk berries, we're talking blushes, we're talking shadows, lips, berry shades in general. So I'm going to do a berry eyeshadow look. For this look, I'm going to be using like 4 palettes. I'll be going off camera and on camera because I don't have a lot of room on my vanity here in front of me right now. So I will be leaning over because I have them here. The first one I'm going to be using, you have seen it before, especially if you are part of my Facebook group, Have Faith in Your Face. This is the Precious Yasmina palette from Beauty and Self-Care ACY. I'll go ahead and drop a link in the description box below. But I love this palette. It is just so versatile. I can do almost any look with it. Now for this look, I'm using 4 different palettes because I've kind of planned out what shades I want to use from each of them. But a couple of them are going to be coming from this beautiful palette here. I'm going to be using this shade. Now they do not have names, but I'll be using this pink shade right here. And I'll be using this kind of orangey pink shade right here. Those are the 2 shades I'll be using from this palette. So we'll go ahead and start with this one, and then I'll walk you through step by step. The first 2 shades are not necessarily burgundy or berry shades, but it's going to be my transition to a berry shade. And I'm just knocking things over left and right here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is my first transition shade. So I'm going to get myself a floofy brush. Floof. And we're going into that light pink. Actually, before I start, I want this to be kind of angled, sharp. So I'm going to go ahead and use some tape here. I can find where I put the tape here. There it is. I'm going to use a little tape and keep it sharp and clean. I may have to touch up my foundation because I don't like going on camera without it. I've already done my foundation, my contour, my bronzing. None of the trends from Allure magazine involve anything spectacular or new about that. I've done my brows, because again, it wasn't included. So that's already done. I'll touch up my foundation as I have to, but you know I don't like going on camera without it if I don't have to. Drop it in the comments. That would make this so much longer to watch if you had to watch me put my foundation on. Is that something you'd want to see more often or at all? Or do you like the way we do it, the way I do it already prepped? Let me know. And I'm trying to get them even, but you know, they're not evenly hooded, and sisters, not twins. That's going to be close enough. Let's go back to that fluffy brush. I've already got product on it. There we go. And we're going to go, I'm going high up because I'm going to do a half cut crease. And I have very hooded eyes. So what I'm just generally doing right now is kind of putting the color where I want it. I want to be careful about how tightly I blend it out because it may get a little away from me. The brush is going to move it around, but I do want this to be relatively high. I'm creating a faux cut crease here. And I'm starting light and building up. This is very pigmented, but I don't necessarily want it very pigmented right now. I want this to be very light and kind of angelic, very hint of the shade. So I'm really just placing the color now so that when I blend it, it'll kind of fade almost into nothing. So I'm going in with a very light hand. If I went a little heavier with the hand, or if I held my brush a little lower, it would concentrate the color and it would be richer and deeper. And again, this is a very pigmented palette, so I'm being very cautious. I've removed all excess product, and I'm just going to go in small circles. I'm just going to go around so that I don't spread this too much higher. I do want it a little closer to my brow on the inner part, not so much on the outer. I'm just slightly moving it around so I'm happy with the level of depth. So we'll do the other side. I'll probably fast forward that. Going in with a slightly smaller. So this was the floofy brush that I started with. And now I'm going in with a slightly smaller tapered fluffy brush. I'm going in with my second transition shade, which was that orangey pink. So this was the one I started with. And this is the one I'm going into next. Again, I'm just prepping for my berry color. I'm going to take this a little bit more in the V. I'm just going to work it in the V for a minute here. And then tilting my head back. I'm going to take it up high, but not quite as high as the pink. And a lot of this is going to get cut out when I cut my crease. I'm not too worried about how neat it is down here on the lid. Then I'm just going to go in with the pink fluffy brush. A little tiny bit of that pink, and we're just going to marry them together. Like that. I want the smoothest transition, end of the brush, very light hand. You see how it's already kind of climbing up towards the brow? I don't mind how high it's gotten, but that's why I'm trying to keep a very tight circular motion. We're caught up. So now for the moment, I'm putting this palette away, and I'm going into my P. Louise. You have everything you need if you just believe. The I Still Believe palette. It's like a book, and the last page in the book is mauves and burgundies. So I'm going in with this berry shade right here. And that's going to be my contour shade. Just close the lid on my precious Yasmina palette because it's precious to me. And I'm going to go in with a finer, more tapered brush. And this color is called Sleigh Bells Ring. And I'm taking this tight in the outer V, and then I'll bring it up a little bit into the crease. But again, pigmented colors, so I start light and build up. I find it's easier if I apply it light to blend. So what I do is I'll apply it light, blend it a lot, then I'll apply another layer. I'd rather apply several layers and work in stages. I have makeup dust everywhere. You don't want to put that in front of the camera, duh. Alright, so now I'm just going to drag what I've got on the brush into the crease very lightly. Then I'm going to just work this a little bit more. And then I'm going in with the brush that I applied the orangey pink shade. No product, just the brush. And I'm just buff, 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 buff. And then I'm going in with a little bit more of the berry shade. And I'm going to make it a little darker until I'm happy with it. Lather, rinse, repeat. And then I'm going in with the same brush that I applied the pink. No extra product. I'm just going to buff a little outside of what I just did. Till I am happy with it. Which I think I am. Yes. Yes, I think I am. I'm going to do the other side, and we'll be right back. Okay, pretty good. Now I know they're not even. One eye is more hooded than the other. I'm going to try and compensate for that when I cut the crease. They're always going to look, one is going to look more hooded than the other. There's not much I can do about it, but I can try to disguise it. So before I move on to the next color and the next subject, let me go ahead and cut the crease. I'm also going to put on my blush because I don't want to move on from the berry until I have applied my blush, because I am using my Lottie London color Zac, which is a berry blush. Now, I tend to go a little blush blind, but being on camera with these bright lights, it's okay. I don't mind. And since I'm a little warm and flush anyway, I'm going to keep this on the kind of apples and up into my cheek. I'm just going to keep blending, blending, blending until I'm happy with the gradient. I'm removing excess product. All right, berry blush. The next thing on Allure's top 5 list is vivid blues, hence the cut crease. Now, this is either going to go really well or really bad. I'm hoping the berry that I've got going on right now has enough red in it to create a more purple transition between the two shades and not a brown transition. But let's get this crease cut, this half crease cut, and see what we get. So I'm just going to go into a little concealer, and I'm going to use my stamping tool, the cut crease tool. So I'm painting it halfway. And we are just going to stamp that eye. So I want to see where I want this. I want it kind of here. Perfect. Alright. Now I'm just going to remove the excess off the brush because I also want to use the same brush to smooth it out. A very quick drying concealer. May prove useful. Now, normally I would set this down. Now I'm going to set it down. Well, I really want the blues to be brilliant though. We're just going to tap it out and hope it dries down. I want it to be kind of sticky, but not patchy. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the other side. Do it the same way. Hopefully they come out even, but sisters, not twins. I'm going in with my Jolie Beauty Sirens palette now, and I'm going in the shade Sailor. This matte dark blue right here, very vivid, kind of cobalt blue. Pray for me. Orange and blue. They're the hardest shades to mix. Right now I'm just patting it in where I want it. Not even swiping. Alright. Moment of truth. Looking kind of purple. Which is what I was hoping for. Okay. This isn't horrible. I'm not hating it. Let's do the other side. With the same brush, I am going to clean this off really, really well because I'm going with a much lighter shade, but I just like the shape of this brush. We're just going to color switch the heck out of this real quick. I'm going in with the shimmer shade Rocky, which brings me to the next, which is metallic accents, such as bright shimmer shades, metallic glitters, glitter highlighters, glitter liners, but metallic accents. So I'm going to use this metallic blue shade on my inner corner here. And just blend that right into the darker shade. But I am not done with the glitter yet. No, my friends, not yet. But I am done with the Sirens palette. We're going to put that away. now I'm going to go back into my P. Louise palette and that shade Ring the Bells, or Sleigh Bells Ring. That's it. And we're going to do my under eye. And I tend to, now some people will start the same way. They'll work in the same order that they apply the top. I tend to start with the darker shade as close to the lash line as possible and work in reverse. So then I'm kind of blending it all out as it goes down. Pop it in the comments. How do you do it? What do you think? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Should I not do it that way? Alright, so as close to my lash line as possible. And I'm just going to keep doing this until I get the depth that I want. I'm going to take it slightly darker than I normally would want it because I'm going to blend it out with the lighter shades. But I'm taking it dark just in that outer corner. That's it. And I'm just getting it placed where I want it. And I'm going to deepen it up in the outer corner. Okay. And that's all I need for the P. Louise palette. I'm going to go back into my Precious Yasmina palette and that orangey pink shade. And we're going to blend that under eye even more. So the next topic, or the next trend, is already taking shape. Very glam eye makeup. Super glam eyes. As you can see, I'm there. I mean, I'm not done yet, but if this isn't high glam, I don't know what is. So I'm going to take this very close to the lash line, but just slightly under and a little farther in. I want to go very light in here because I'm going to pop something else in here under the eye. So I don't want to go too dark. I do want to take some of the color, but that's about all I'm going to do right there. I'm going to concentrate the blending on this outer corner here. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Very little in here. Concentrating most of the blending on the outer corner. Remove any excess product and blend just a little bit more. So that side's more. And then I'm going to go in with the other brush that I started with and the light pink shade. And I'm just going to blend it out even further, concentrating it again on the outer corner. I want to bring a little of this pink shade into the inner corner. But I still want to keep this area in the center mostly blank. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do before mascara is go in with my Adriana Nicole single eyeshadow in the shade Ethereal. It's kind of a pinky shade, but it has this beautiful blue glitter reflect in it. It's multi-chrome and just absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take just the littlest bit on my finger. This is also super soft and easy to damage. I'm going to take the littlest bit on my finger and I'm going to pop that in the center under my eye. Right there. Oh, I love this shade. And I love the glitter. Now caution, glitter is not meant to be used on the eyes, but look at this. Oh, stunning. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Okay, So I'm going to pop a little mascara on. Now, I would normally not be using mascara on my upper lashes because I am wearing extensions, lash extensions. But they're getting a little pale. It's time for me to change them, and I'm taking them off tonight. So I'm just going to throw a little mascara on them too, just to darken them up a bit. Yeah, no. But I am going to start with my lower lashes. Ooh, we're looking spidery today. Okay, so let's run down before we get to the number one trend, or the top, the last number five, the last one. But we have covered berry shadows, blushes, and lips. I'm reserving my lips for the final trend, but I've done a berry blush and berry eyeshadow look. Vivid blues, check. Glitter and metallic accents, check, check. And then extra glam. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Think I qualify? And the final top five, number one trend is 90s nostalgia. And for that, I have chosen to go with the nostalgic 90s nude lip, the brown lip liner. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and use my P. Louise lip liner in the shade You're Yummy. I'm going to overdraw slightly, but not a lot. In the 90s, it would have overdrawn big, but I don't have, my lips aren't that big to begin with. Here's a secret I learned from Johnny Ross. If you want to overline your lips, instead of starting at your cupid's bow and working out, start out and work towards your cupid's bow. It's easier. Same thing with the lower lip. Now I've chosen a nude, kind of pinkish nude, also from Jolie Beauty. And this is in the shade Sultry. This is their Air Matte Liquid Lipstick. Now, if this were truly a 90s lip, I would be using MAC Flesh Pot. I just wanted something slightly pinker to go with the eye look. But another good option would have been Celebrity Skin from Jeffree Star. But this will get the job done. I'm going to darken up that liner. Another good option would have been a very Vixen kind of deep lip. I just thought that was a little too much with this particular eye look. I'm just going to take this in a little. And last thing I'm going to do is a little bit of highlighter. For that, I'm using my Michaela Glam Light in the shade. What shade is this? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's just from Michaela 1, her first collection with Glam Light. I'm going to do a little highlighter there, a little there, and a little there. Give myself a spritz. I'm going to use my, I know they're changing their names right now. It's Pretty Please Cosmetics. They're changing to Peaches something. I can't remember, but I just got the setting spray from them. It is a shimmer setting spray, so it'll kind of help restore some of the glow. But we're going to go ahead and set this face down. There we go. So that's it. Just to recap, we have full glam eye looks. We've got berry lips and berry cheeks and berry eyes. Okay, no berry lips for me, but berry eyes, berry cheeks. We've got glitter and metallic accents, and we've got 90s nostalgia for this one. I did the traditional 90s nude lip. Tell me, what are your favorite trends? Were any of them something? I mean, I don't know if I would do them all at once, together, all at once again. I did that because I was just covering what they are, but I don't know. It doesn't suck. It's not horrible. Maybe it's my favorite look I've done. It doesn't suck. It's okay. I definitely love all of these trends, just maybe not all at once. Anyway, let me know what trends you're looking forward to, or what other magazine trends you want to hear from. What are your predictions for 2025? I'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments. If you're new here or you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscription bar. Please drop a comment, hit the like button, hit the notification bell to find out when I drop new content. I have a huge giveaway. I'm upgrading my giveaway when I hit 500 subscribers. That's less than 200 away. But I'm going to be giving away an Alice Through the Looking Glass themed package. It's going to include an eyeshadow palette from Ensley Rain, the Underland palette. It has an Alice in Wonderland makeup bag. It has an Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat hand mirror. It has Sigma Alice in Wonderland Disney collab brushes. And it will have a corner vanity table, light up vanity table. So yeah, if you want to see what the prize looks like, you can head on over to Have Faith in Your Face, the Facebook group. Give us a join, and it's pinned in the featured. But in the meantime, thank you for joining me, and stay magical.